ever see yourself in a picture that is supposed to be used for your business and think, oh my gosh, I do not like how I look. Do I have to use that picture? Or you see yourself in video and you don't like how you look, you don't like how you sound, and you think, no, this should not be out in the world. If you can say yes to either of those, you are not alone and you're in the right place, because this podcast changes that. Welcome to Confident on Camera with me, Christine Brunelli, your host, where we talk all things confident on camera with style, polish, and presence for women who lead. And in this episode, I know you're going to love it because you are tired of being told, just do it messy. Messy doesn't work for women like us. So what do we do instead? That's what we're going to talk about. Are you ready? Let's dive in. If you've been around for any length of time and you've been considering getting yourself on camera, but you keep putting it off, and you've heard the advice, just hit record, just go live, just do it messy. But you're a woman who's built success off camera. So you're probably thinking, I don't do messy. Not in my business, not in my house, and definitely not in my brand. So guess what? You're not wrong. I don't like that advice. It's not that you're procrastinating. You're not saying, I don't want to be on camera and using the I can't do it messy as a reason to procrastinate. It's more that you're just trying to protect your reputation. You've spent years cultivating this credible business, a credible brand, and it makes sense to me that you don't want to blow it with a half-lit, unflattering, sloppy video or sloppy picture. I get that. And it's, to me, not that you need to get over yourself. I know that you need a process that respects who you are, respects your business, and feels authentic to you, not messy work. I have said over and over and over again that we are trained and programmed to only do A+ work. We think A+ is the only thing that's worthy. And I'm here to tell you that although I understand that showing up messy feels like F level work to you, you are allowed to do B+ or C+ work, because for you, your standards are so high that your C+ is somebody else's A+. So just so you know, I'm not going to tell you to do anything messy, but I will tell you that sometimes you have to fumble a little bit before it looks exactly how you want it to look. The whole messy thing, I don't like that advice for me. I don't like it at all. And so I know, because I know that you're a woman who has spent years educating yourself, building a business, feeling like, okay, I'm credible and confident in real world. This whole getting confident in front of a camera lens feels so awkward. And you don't like that gap. You don't like the gap of being able to articulate everything beautifully, exactly as you want, knee to knee or across the table or in front of people in a boardroom or in a conference room. But when the cameras go up, you just freeze and you don't know how to interact, even if it's for a picture. It's really awkward. Like, it feels odd and you don't like the gap. And that energy, that awkward energy, comes through on camera, and you know it, you feel it. And that's why you feel stuck and you feel like, I don't like this messy advice. Well, let me tell you why the messy advice is out there. That message is built for like beginners, people who have not really ever had a business, especially in 2020 when the pandemic happened. There was a huge shift of people getting into online work, shifting online, and they never did anything that resembled being a business owner, that resembled being in leadership. They got into online sales. They got into the knowledge business, selling knowledge that they had. They were excited because we were in lockdown. They had all this time to go to all these webinars and all of this stuff. And they have, maybe looked on social media at videos, or they did dog videos of their pets. They maybe did videos of their kids and their family, but videos of them, like themselves in business, they had no experience. They never even talked about themselves as a person who owned a business. That message came for the beginners who needed practice and volume before they needed the polish. It doesn't work when you're already established and your clients already know that you provide a level of excellence. That whole just be real translates into or looks like just be careless. And that's not the vibe for any woman who leads. We're not careless. We didn't get to where we are being careless. So the just do it messy isn't something that I stand for. What if there's a middle ground between us feeling like we need to do A+ perfection work and like the chaotic messiness that we call chaos or mess, or that it feels like to us anyway? What if you could show up polished and it didn't require filters, hours of prep, losing 15 pounds before a photo shoot? What if you could just become mastery in motion? Confidence on camera doesn't come from you doing it messy. It comes from you following a plan and doing it intentionally, even when you're taking a selfie. My friend, a selfie does not happen with me without knowing my lighting and my camera angle. That's a plan. And third part, knowing which side is my good side. All of that plays into a formula for getting yourself on camera. So this isn't just about speaking on video, it's everything. If you want to record a talking head video to teach some form of knowledge, you need a plan. You need a formula. And the longer you wait, the more time you're giving to other people who are saying the same thing you're saying with less polish, less knowledge, less experience. Not because they're better, just because they're visible, they are getting traction. I know this firsthand. It happened to me. I watched this young 20-something give nutritional and health advice to women going through menopause. And I'm like, are you kidding me right now? Like, she hasn't even had a baby yet. What? She was just out there. And you know what? No shade on her. Good for her. She read it in a textbook. She studied it in college. She thinks she knows it. But does she know it as well as a woman who went through it? No. Nobody knows it until you experience it. We only know what we think we know, right? You are behind already if you are letting all these people get out there, share information, and not hear from you. Give them a chance to hear from you. Get a picture that you're proud of and use it in a graphic and put some text with it. Let them hear from you. Let them see you. And the longer you wait, the more difficult it becomes because you keep thinking, I'm fine without it. I'm fine without it. I'm fine without it. But that camera dread is costing you money, costing you reach, and costing the impact you know you're capable of making. So what can you do? What are practical things you can do right now so that you don't just start messy? All right, let's break it down. I want you to have a little formula. My formula is a whole method that I teach in my programs, and I have a simple 14-day camera confidence accelerator, inexpensive program that you can binge watch in under 3 hours that would help you get started, and to like longer programs that do a full-on head-to-toe transformation and studio setup, everything. But I want to give you a snapshot so that you have something to take and run with now so you don't lose any more time. Success loves speed. And you know, it's interesting. This is on a side note. I was just doing a little, I don't know if you would call it journaling. It was just some thoughts. I love the quote, success loves speed. It also is money loves speed. But then there's this opposite thing of the slow and steady win the race. And I thought, which one is it? Success loves speed or slow and steady wins the race? And honestly, I think it's both. It's a combination of both. And there's a Latin saying that covers what I'm saying, and it's festina lente. Festina lente, Lente. It translates into make haste slowly or hurry slowly. And I interpret that as move swiftly for opportunities, but move with clarity and purpose for lasting results. Because you know that building a brand and building a business, and there is time involved. There's time involved, but making money, striking while the iron's hot, as a business owner, service provider, you know you've got to move quick. Well, you have not moved quick if you're not on camera yet, right? So I want you to know we were going to get you on quick, and then getting good at it is where it's going to be that slow part, right? And I don't mean that you're going to show up messy. I just mean where you can turn the camera on and not even think twice. Right now, I can just turn it on and go to bat, talk about whatever I want to talk about, record B-roll, whatever it is, and I don't think about it anymore because I've built that muscle. This is a combination I want for you. So let's start with the beginning. In your business, whoever you're serving, you've identified a target client. Even if you are a dentist, you might be a pediatric dentist, you might be an orthodontist, you might be cosmetic dentistry. If you're a real estate agent, you might be targeting first-time home buyers. You might be targeting, luxury home buyers, equestrian home buyers. See what I mean by that? Well, whatever you target in real world, you have to be really specific in camera world. So whatever it is that you're putting out there on camera for online, get really clear. Who is that person that you're talking to? The reason is it's noisier online than it is in your local community. It is so noisy. You think it might be noisy in your city or in your town, but it is nothing like screaming into the void online. So we want to get super crystal clear. Super crystal clear. When I first started this, I just talked to female entrepreneurs. Now, I work with accomplished female business owners and service providers. The word accomplished defines her. If she's a beginner, I'm not working with her right now. That's not who I'm targeting. I'm not going to turn a beginner away, but my target is someone accomplished because I understand her. But it's not just accomplished women in business. It's accomplished women in business and service providers who hate how they look and sound in photos and videos. So they keep putting it off. I'm here for you if that's you. If you're an accomplished woman in business and you keep putting off showing up on camera, whether it's a brand photo shoot or videos, I'm your girl. That's who I talk to. And you are why this podcast exists. That's who I talk to on social media, which takes me to my next thing. If you want to show up on video, you shouldn't choose the platform you're most comfortable with. So this is your next plan. So part 1, who is it that you're talking to? Part 2, find out where they hang out, not where you feel confident. If it's maybe they're on YouTube, maybe you never go on YouTube, but that's where your target audience hangs out. Then we need to get you confident on YouTube because you'd be wasting your time on Facebook. If you're targeting, let's say 20 somethings or Gen Z, they're not on Facebook, right? You are because you're in the over 40 club. So you need to really find out, do the homework. Where are they? See what I mean by don't do it messy? Don't just get out there and throw something out there and see what sticks. We're going to get planned out here. Then we're going to figure out what is it that you want to do. Do you want to get brand photos? Are they going to communicate the vibe that you want to communicate, the message? Are they going to be a magnet for your people? Are you dressed in a way that your ideal client is going to look and go, I like that. You're aspirational to them. Is your body language communicating something that says, wow, that person looks like somebody I would like to hear more from? If you're on video, what are you actually going to be saying? Do you have a plan for what you want to talk about? Have you figured out if you want to be on short form video or long form video? Short form is under 60 seconds, long form is over 60 seconds, or do you just want to do a podcast like this, except on video? This is audio only, but I do have some on video on YouTube. And when I have guests, I am always on video. But right now, solo is kind of fun. You don't have to get camera ready when you're solo. But sometimes if you are in a type of thing where you want to be front facing and with a camera on YouTube or on a podcast interview, that's what you need to focus on. Then we want to get you good on Zoom because that's where most podcast interviews happen. So that's your next step. Your first step, who is it? Your next step, where do they hang out? Your step after that, what are you going to say? Once that is all figured out, then you decide, okay, I need to get some zhuzh. I need a little hair and a little makeup, and you are going to set aside time to record videos or take a bunch of pictures of yourself on a day that you're camera ready. You are not going to do this every single day. You will burn out, my friend. We don't go on camera all the time and just record random videos unless you're pro level, and you don't care. If you're an influencer and that's your life and that's what you want to be, and you're cranking out 5 videos a day because you want to get paid by the platform, then you are on your camera a long time. You're doing this 8 hours a day. But my client and the person who I think might be on the other side listening with me in your ear isn't somebody that wants to be that. You already have accomplished credentials and business and experience and services behind you. You just want to be able to look and sound really great on camera for when you show up. And so what I want you to do is think about what you need to do to get camera ready. What outfits are you going to wear? How are you going to do your makeup? How are you going to do your hair? And then you're going to decide, where am I going to do this work? Where am I taking the selfies? Where am I going to record the videos? You need to find the space that you're going to do it. We don't go messy. We're not going to just record in a messy kitchen. We're going to plan it. We're going to be intentional, because you want to figure out your best lighting and your best camera angles. Are you going to be holding your phone speaking direct to camera, selfie style? Are you going to have it in a ring light? Are you going to prop it up in a kitchen cupboard while you're chopping vegetables? People do it. There's all kinds of ways to record your videos or take great selfies, but it needs to be planned. You need a formula. You need to be mastery in motion, not messy, right? So I want you to think about, where will you be? You can be in your car. I always say you can get great selfies in the car. It's good lighting, but you need a plan. You need to figure it out. Now, I can't teach you in this short episode how to do your hair and how to do your makeup, how to set up your lighting and all of that stuff. I can teach you in a free guide that I made that I'll tell you about in a minute. But now that you've got yourself camera ready, so you know who you're talking to, you know what platform you're on, you have yourself all zhuzhed with hair and makeup, you know what you're going to say. Now you're going to take 1 hour and just bust out a bunch of videos and a couple selfies that you can use in a Canva graphic. If you do short videos, even if you do a 1-minute video, if you spend an hour, you can get, if you're good, you can get a whole bunch of videos out in an hour if there's 60 seconds or less. So the idea is that you don't have to be camera ready on camera all day long, all the time, if you're pre-recording content that you're going to put out there. Now, if this is for podcasts, you are following everything I just shared. You already know what your talking points are. You already know who the person that you're talking to is. And if you're recording your own podcast, you're going to be putting it on the platform wherever that is. And if you're a guest on a podcast, you'll probably be on Zoom. The only thing you need to know is the lighting and the camera angle. Where are you going to be sitting when you show up on this podcast? That needs to be planned in advance. Okay, now we know batch recording, if you are pre-recording content, that's called batch recording, is done. So now you've done all of it. It's all figured out. That's the plan that you need in big overview, high level look. If you want to see a more detailed layout of how to get yourself on camera with confidence and look great doing it, I want you to grab my free guide called Confident and Camera Ready. It is designed for you, especially if you are coming at it from, I just don't know about this camera stuff. I don't like how I look. I don't like how I sound. I need help with lighting. I need help with everything. I don't even know what looks good on me anymore because feel like my waistline is getting bigger. My face is falling down because I'm aging. I have all these wrinkles. I know all the drill. I got you. Okay. Go to the show notes and grab this free guide and start working with that to get started for free. And if you want a little bit more in depth and you want to accelerate your success, reach out to me at info@christinebrunelli.com, info@christinebrunelli.com. That's my name. And send me a message and say, hey, I want to get started on camera. I need help. How can I work with you? And I can help you get started. There are all different kinds of ways that I can help you get started at all different price points. That's it for today, my friend. I am so excited for you to go get that guide and get started so that you don't have to do it messy. Until next time, Keep showing up, keep standing out, and keep shining. And I'll be back soon.